Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Indianapolis Colts. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
43 is the mark, boy. 43.
2nd and 11. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. They're going to look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. On first down, Benjamin. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
43 is the mic. Check, checks it. 43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, 43. Chopper. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Let's go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
He'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Come on, QB, come on.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Silver. 43 is the mic.
2nd and 13. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
43 is the mic. Pretty quiet, team. Pretty quiet. Wide. Get wide. Echo. Mike's 43.
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him at just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 42.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Switch up, switch up. Scene 6. 43 the mic. We want this. 43 is the mic. Blue Jack Walker. Blue Jack Walker. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. Ready, go.
On play action, they'll throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Pierce looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jannard Avery in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Brings up 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go. Ken Lobo.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, y'all. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Here's Beckham. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Delta. Check on. Check hot route. Hot. Let happen.
2nd and 6. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And the Raiders first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
He's crossing. Waste no traffic. Waste no traffic. Rob, move.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
You think you won't get this? You think you won't get this?
43's the mic. 43's the mic. Here we go. Here we go. Ready, go.
2nd and 5. Completes it to Benjamin. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Go. 43's the mic, boy. 43. Check, check. 43.
He'll drop to throw. Benjamin's got it. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Carlson on for the field goal. A 35-yard attempt.
Carlson able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Go, Mike 34, Mike 34. Coming to you, coming to you.
Alpha. Let's go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this one's incomplete. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
And go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more coming.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Orbit. Send. Let's go. Get hot.
Operating from the gun, Martinez. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Martinez operating from the gun. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Colts send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this one's going toward the sideline. They'll try to play keep away from Beckham. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
15-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Malik Hooker, and he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Second down, 6.
Hey, watch that, watch that.
24-yard line.
80 weapon, 80 weapon. Check, 53's mine. Check, 50. Echo. Focus, defense, focus.
He'll look to throw. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Let's go.
That one a first down pickup of 8. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll set up to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
At 58 is the mic. Go slow. 58 to Mike. 58. 58 to Mike. Come off the ball. 58, boys. 58. 58 to Mike.
Back to throw. He finds his target, Beckham. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
We got this.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Martinez. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
Now Martinez on first down. Quick slant, caught by Moore. The 30, 10, touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just get
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
I'm coming after you. Scene 6. Under 10. 10. Pilot 64. Weak.
Second and 14. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He's at the 30, the 20, 10, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there. 82 yards. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance. Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The reception good for 7. It's third down. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They'll run. This is Pierce. And he's got some space here. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Santos with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll bring out 4 receivers, 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Benjamin, and he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a give, right side. Benjamin. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Looking to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. And a give this time to the tailback. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it 3rd down.
43 to Mike, boy, 43. Check, 43. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
Now back to throw. He finds Beckham, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 28. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. They find some open field here. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Odell Beckham, 28 yards. And the Raiders get a score closer. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the 1st half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
Yeah, my bad.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Looking to throw. Martinez. Complete to Hilton. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Back to throw. Martinez. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They work again from the 38 on second and 10. Here's Martinez. Going to throw again. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Colts on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third and 10. Looking to throw. Martinez. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half.
A 49-yard attempt.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Go, go, go. No, no, no. Charlie. 34, right 34. Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. this one as down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Back to throw here. Buying time to his left. And he's going to go down again. Ben Banagoo. He's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Nice 7, let's go. 43 is the mark. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Ready.
He'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
43 is the mark. 43 is the mark. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Mike's 43. Mike's 43.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. They'll let it go deep for Beckham, and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. And the failure on 4th down on the other side leads immediately to a 1st and goal. Back to throw. Martinez. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
He may try fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did...
Odell Beckham Jr., 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Odell Beckham. An 80-yard touchdown, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Makes the score Colts 31, Raiders 23.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, Doug.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Colts on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Martinez now. From the gun, he'll throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
On first down, Benjamin. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Back to throw now on first down. It's caught. Beckham. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
43 is the mic, boy. Check, 43. Here we go, G. Here I come. Ready.
They're going to look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 28. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Let's go, baby.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll run on first down. Benjamin, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Back to throw. It's caught by OBJ. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll keep it on the ground. Benjamin, and he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there in the final minute as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Check safety, check
is going to get into the end zone. The two-point conversion successful, and we've got ourselves a tie football game. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. This quarterback now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
2nd and 4. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 4.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. So here's Cairo Santos on the field goal try. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So here's Cairo Santos on the field goal try. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Indianapolis, their very slim playoff hopes get a boost as they move to 5-7. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.